Have you ever wondered what life after 80 holds, beyond the cheerful stories of wisdom and experience? The truth is, aging past 80 brings 7 harsh realities that most families never discuss openly, leaving many unprepared for the challenges ahead. In this video, we'll uncover the uncomfortable truths medical professionals see every day but rarely share, from shrinking social circles to unexpected financial burdens and the gradual loss of independence. You need to watch until the end because reality number 4 will completely shift how you view aging after 80, equipping you with the knowledge and practical steps to face this stage of life with confidence, dignity, and proactive preparation. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video, you can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Reality 1. Your social circle will shrink dramatically. As you age beyond 80, one of the most profound and often unexpected changes is the dramatic reduction in your social network. Research from Harvard Medical School indicates that individuals over 80 typically lose approximately 70% of their social connections due to a variety of factors. Friends may pass away, family members become preoccupied with their responsibilities, and physical limitations, such as mobility issues or hearing loss, make it increasingly challenging to maintain relationships. This phenomenon, known as social network compression, is not merely a social inconvenience but a serious medical concern with far-reaching consequences for both physical and mental health. The loneliness that accompanies this social shrinkage is more than just an emotional burden. It poses significant health risks. According to studies from the Mayo Clinic, severe loneliness in seniors increases the risk of depression by 40% and accelerates cognitive decline by 25%, potentially hastening the onset of conditions like dementia. Social isolation also weakens the immune system, making older adults more vulnerable to infections, chronic illnesses, and even minor ailments that can escalate quickly. Furthermore, the cardiovascular system suffers, with isolated seniors facing a 29% higher risk of heart disease and a 32% higher risk of stroke. These statistics underscore that social isolation is not just about feeling lonely. It's a critical factor that can compromise your longevity and quality of life. To mitigate these risks, proactive steps must be taken long before loneliness becomes overwhelming. Building a robust and diverse social network is essential, and the time to start is now. Engage with community resources, such as senior centers or local clubs, where you can participate in group activities like book clubs, exercise classes, or hobby groups. Regular, even brief, interactions with neighbors, such as a daily wave or short conversation, can help maintain a sense of connection. Equally important is fostering relationships across generations. Volunteering at local schools, libraries, or community centers can introduce you to younger individuals whose energy and perspectives can invigorate your life and provide a buffer against the inevitable losses of aging. For those able to care for a pet, adopting a companion animal can offer consistent companionship and encourage daily routines that promote mental and physical health. Consider the example of Benjamin, an 82-year-old retired teacher who joined a community book club. His involvement not only expanded his social circle to include friends aged 35 to 88, but also provided intellectual stimulation through lively discussions. Benjamin credits this diverse network with keeping him mentally sharp and emotionally resilient. The key is to act immediately. Reach out to someone today, whether it's a neighbor, a family member, or a community organization. By building a strong social foundation now, you can create a support system that sustains you through your later years, ensuring that loneliness does not define your experience. Reality 2. Your body will require constant daily maintenance. Aging beyond 80 transforms your body into a complex system requiring daily attention, much like maintaining a vintage car. This reality isn't about surrendering to decline, but about recognizing that successful aging demands proactive, consistent management of multiple health conditions. The Mayo Clinic reports that individuals over 80 typically manage 3 to 4 chronic conditions simultaneously, such as arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, or vision and hearing impairments. These conditions don't exist in isolation. They interact in complex ways, complicating daily life and requiring careful coordination, and managing multiple chronic conditions becomes a part-time job, demanding organization, vigilance, and discipline. For instance, medications for arthritis may interact with blood pressure drugs, while diabetes management requires precise timing to avoid conflicts with heart medications. Vision problems can make it difficult to read medication labels accurately, increasing the risk of errors, and balance issues heighten the likelihood of falls, especially when combined with reduced bone density. Without proactive management, minor issues can quickly escalate into major health crises, potentially leading to hospitalization or loss of independence. To navigate this complex health landscape, establishing a health maintenance system is critical. This involves scheduling regular checkups every 3 months to catch problems early, using daily pill organizers to prevent medication errors, and maintaining a detailed health journal to track symptoms, medications, and daily well-being. Building relationships with specialists who understand the unique needs of patients over 80 is equally important, as is learning to advocate for yourself in medical settings. Catherine, an 83-year-old former nurse, exemplifies this approach. By keeping a daily health journal that records her blood pressure, weight, medications, and symptoms, she enabled her doctor to identify a potentially life-threatening drug interaction. Her proactive habits preserved her health and independence. Start implementing these systems today. Set up a pill organizer, schedule your next checkup, or begin a health journal. Your future self will thank you for the habits you establish now. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Reality 3. Financial resources will be stretched beyond what you planned. The financial realities of aging beyond 80 often catch even the most prepared individuals off guard. According to financial experts at Johns Hopkins, healthcare costs for people over 80 increase by an average of 300% compared to those in their 60s and early 70s. These costs extend far beyond routine medical bills and prescriptions, encompassing hidden expenses that many fail to anticipate. Home modifications, such as installing grab bars or ramps for safety, can cost thousands of dollars. Specialized transportation services become necessary when driving is no longer safe, and professional home care, averaging $25 to $35 per hour, or assisted living facilities, costing around $4,500 per month, can quickly deplete savings. Medical equipment, such as mobility aids or hearing devices, often comes with significant out-of-pocket expenses, as insurance coverage may be limited. The financial strain is compounded by the fact that earning additional income becomes nearly impossible after 80. Retirement savings that seem sufficient at 65 may prove inadequate by 85, forcing difficult choices between essential care and preserving family inheritances. Without proactive planning, you may face the prospect of moving from your home prematurely or relying on family members who are financially unprepared to support you, leading to stress and strained relationships. To address this reality, immediate and specialized financial planning is essential. Consult a financial advisor with expertise in senior care costs, particularly for clients over 80. Explore long-term care insurance options while you're still healthy enough to qualify, as these policies can help offset future expenses. Downsizing to a more manageable living situation, such as a senior-friendly condominium, can also provide financial relief. Marcus, an 81-year-old retired engineer, made the strategic decision to sell his large family home at 76 and move to a smaller, accessible residence. The proceeds from the sale now cover his healthcare and assistance costs, allowing him to maintain financial stability without burdening his children. Take action this month. Schedule a consultation with a financial advisor or research long-term care options. Planning now ensures you retain control over your financial future. Reality 4. You will lose more independence than you expect. This is the reality that shocks most people and the one that families find hardest to discuss. The gradual loss of independence after 80 is one of the most emotionally challenging realities of aging, often catching individuals and families unprepared. According to the National Institute on Aging, 85% of people over 80 require some form of daily assistance, whether for tasks like shopping, transportation, medication management, meal preparation, or personal care. Unlike a sudden health crisis, this loss occurs incrementally, through small concessions that accumulate over time. You might stop driving at night due to declining vision, then avoid driving in bad weather, and eventually cease driving altogether. Grocery shopping may become difficult, leading to reliance on others for errands, and household tasks may require increasing support. This gradual erosion can have a profound psychological impact, often more distressing than physical ailments. Many seniors report feeling like a burden to their families, even when loved ones are willing to help. This perception can lead to depression, social withdrawal, or reluctance to seek necessary assistance, increasing the risk of unsafe behaviors, such as driving when it's no longer safe or neglecting tasks that pose health risks. To maintain dignity and control, plan your independence transition intentionally. Begin accepting help with non-essential tasks now, even if you can still manage them, to ease into the process and clarify your preferences with family members. Research community resources, such as home care services, meal delivery programs, or transportation options, before they become urgent needs. Vivian, an 84-year-old retired librarian, hired a part-time helper for grocery shopping and heavy cleaning 2 years ago. This support allows her to maintain control over her daily schedule and social activities while ensuring her safety. By planning, she has preserved her sense of independence while addressing practical needs. Start exploring these options today. Contact a local senior service or test a meal delivery program. Preparing now allows you to retain choice and dignity as your needs evolve. Reality 5. Your family dynamics will change in unexpected ways. Aging beyond 80 brings significant changes to family relationships, often catching families unprepared and leading to tension at a time when support is most needed. Family therapists specializing in geriatric issues note that over 60% of families experience notable shifts in dynamics when a member reaches 80. Adult children may struggle with role reversal, transitioning from being cared for to making decisions for their parents. This shift can lead to overprotectiveness, with children restricting activities out of concern for safety or denial, where they underestimate the level of support needed. These changes can spark disagreements among family members about care needs, with one sibling advocating for more assistance while another believes independence should be preserved. Such conflicts can create emotional distance, guilt, or resentment, undermining the family support critical for your well-being. To navigate these shifts, proactive communication is essential. Schedule regular family meetings, monthly or quarterly, to discuss concerns, expectations, and care plans openly. Clearly articulate your preferences while you're able to do so, ensuring your voice remains central to decisions. For example, Clara, an 82-year-old grandmother, initiated monthly family calls to discuss her health and preferences. These conversations help her children align on a care plan that respected her desire to stay in her home while addressing safety concerns. By fostering open dialogue, Clara maintained strong family connections and avoided misunderstandings. Start these conversations now, whether through a family meeting or a written letter outlining your wishes. Building a framework for communication ensures that family dynamics evolve constructively, supporting your health and happiness in your later years. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Reality 1. Your social circle will shrink dramatically. As you approach or surpass the age of 80, one of the most profound and often unexpected challenges is the significant reduction in your social circle. Research from Harvard Medical School indicates that individuals over 80 typically lose approximately 70% of their social connections, a phenomenon psychologists term social network compression. This isn't merely a poignant statistic. It represents a critical threat to both physical and mental well-being, with far-reaching consequences that demand proactive attention. The causes of this social shrinkage are multifaceted. Close friends may pass away, family members often become preoccupied with their careers, children, or personal challenges, and physical limitations such as reduced mobility or hearing loss can make maintaining relationships increasingly difficult. Social venues that once facilitated connection, community events, religious gatherings, or casual outings, may become less accessible due to transportation issues or health constraints. The resulting isolation isn't just emotionally painful. It's a medical crisis with measurable impacts on health and longevity. Studies from the Mayo Clinic reveal that severe loneliness in individuals over 80 increases the risk of depression by 40% and accelerates cognitive decline by 25%, contributing to conditions like dementia. Social isolation also weakens the immune system, making seniors more vulnerable to infections, chronic illnesses, and slower recovery times. The cardiovascular toll is equally alarming. Isolated seniors face a 29% higher risk of heart disease and a 32% higher risk of stroke, according to longitudinal health studies. These risks compound the natural vulnerabilities of aging, transforming loneliness into a silent but potent threat to survival and quality of life. The antidote lies in taking deliberate, immediate steps to build and maintain a robust social network well before isolation sets in. This requires creating multiple layers of connection across different spheres of your life. Joining a senior center or community group can provide regular opportunities for interaction, from book clubs to exercise classes tailored for older adults. Regular, even brief, contact with neighbors, such as a daily wave, a short chat over the fence, or inviting them for coffee, can foster a sense of belonging. Crucially, cultivating relationships with people of varying ages, such as younger volunteers at local schools, libraries, or community organizations, can inject vitality and diversity into your social world, helping to buffer against the inevitable losses that come with aging. For those whose living situations permit, adopting a pet can provide consistent companionship and a reason to maintain daily routines, which are critical for mental health. Consider the story of Benjamin, an 82-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. After losing several close friends, he joined a local book club that welcomed members ranging from 35 to 88 years old. The diverse perspectives in the group not only kept his mind sharp through stimulating discussions, but also provided a sense of purpose and connection that he credits with sustaining his emotional health. Benjamin's story underscores the importance of acting now, reaching out to a friend, joining a group, or volunteering, before loneliness becomes a defining feature of your later years. By building a resilient social network today, you create a foundation that will support you through the challenges of your 80s and beyond. Reality 2. Your body will require constant daily maintenance. Aging past 80 transforms your body into a complex system requiring meticulous, daily maintenance, much like a vintage car that needs constant attention to remain functional. Far from passively accepting decline, successful aging demands proactive, organized management of multiple health conditions simultaneously. According to the Mayo Clinic, individuals over 80 typically contend with an average of 3 to 4 chronic conditions, such as arthritis, hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, or vision and hearing impairments. These conditions don't exist in isolation. Their interactions create a web of challenges that can complicate daily life in unexpected ways. For instance, medications for arthritis may elevate blood pressure, requiring careful monitoring and adjustments to other prescriptions. Diabetes management demands precise timing to avoid conflicts with heart medications, while vision problems can make it difficult to read medication labels accurately, increasing the risk of errors. Balance issues, common in older age, heighten the risk of falls, particularly for those with osteoporosis or other bone density concerns. Without vigilant oversight, these interconnected issues can spiral into serious health crises, leading to hospitalization or loss of independence. Managing this complexity is akin to a part-time job, requiring organization, discipline, and consistent effort. The cornerstone of this approach is establishing what medical professionals call health maintenance systems. This involves scheduling regular checkups every 3 months to catch issues early, using daily pill organizers to prevent medication errors, and maintaining a detailed health journal to track symptoms, medication schedules, and daily well-being. Such records can be life-saving. Consider Catherine, an 83-year-old former nurse from California, whose daily health journal helped her doctor identify a potentially dangerous drug interaction that could have led to a stroke. By presenting her meticulous records during appointments, she ensured her care was tailored and effective, preserving her independence. Building relationships with healthcare providers who specialize in geriatric care is equally critical. These specialists understand the unique interplay of multiple conditions in older adults and can offer tailored guidance. Additionally, seniors must become confident advocates for themselves in medical settings, asking questions, clarifying treatment plans, and ensuring their concerns are addressed. Physical activity, tailored to your abilities, such as chair yoga, water aerobics, or daily walks, can also mitigate the progression of chronic conditions and improve mobility. Starting this week, take small steps to create your health maintenance system. Organize your medications, schedule a checkup, or begin a simple health journal. These habits, cultivated now, will empower you to navigate the complexities of aging with confidence and maintain your quality of life. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Reality 3. Financial resources will be stretched beyond what you planned. The financial realities of aging past 80 often catch even the most prudent planners off guard. While many prepare diligently for retirement in their 60s, few anticipate the exponential rise in costs that accompanies life after 80. Financial experts at Johns Hopkins report that healthcare expenses for individuals over 80 increase by an average of 300% compared to those in their 60s and early 70s. These costs extend far beyond routine medical bills and prescriptions, encompassing hidden expenses that can quickly deplete savings. Home modifications, such as installing grab bars, ramps, or stair lifts to ensure safety, can cost thousands of dollars. Specialized transportation services become necessary when driving is no longer safe, adding to monthly expenses. Professional home care, averaging $25 to $35 per hour, or assisted living facilities, which cost around $4,500 per month, can strain even robust retirement funds. Medical equipment, such as mobility aids or hearing devices, often comes with out-of-pocket costs that insurance only partially covers. These expenses arise at a time when earning additional income is no longer feasible, creating a precarious financial landscape. The consequences of underestimating these costs can be devastating. Retirement savings that seemed sufficient at 65 may dwindle by 85, forcing difficult choices between essential care and preserving a financial legacy for family. Some seniors face the prospect of relocating from cherished homes under crisis conditions, while others may rely on family members who are themselves financially unprepared, leading to stress, guilt, and strained relationships. To avoid these pitfalls, proactive and specialized financial planning is essential. Schedule a consultation with a financial advisor who has expertise in senior care costs and experience with clients over 80. Explore long-term care insurance options while you're still healthy enough to qualify, as these policies can offset significant expenses later. Downsizing to a smaller, more manageable home or a senior-friendly community before a crisis hits can provide financial flexibility and emotional control over the transition. Take inspiration from Marcus, an 81-year-old retired engineer from Texas. At 76, he sold his large family home and moved to a condominium in a senior-friendly community. The proceeds from the sale now cover his healthcare and assistance costs, allowing him to live comfortably without burdening his children. This month, review your financial plan with a focus on the unique costs of aging past 80, and take concrete steps, such as researching insurance or evaluating housing options, to secure your financial future. Reality 4. You will lose more independence than you expect. This is the reality that shocks most people and the one that families find hardest to discuss honestly. After 80, independence isn't lost all at once in a dramatic health crisis. It disappears gradually, one small freedom at a time, often so slowly that you don't notice until significant independence is already gone. Research from the National Institute on Aging reveals that 85% of people over 80 require some form of daily assistance, whether it's help with shopping, transportation, medication management, meal preparation, housekeeping, or basic personal care tasks. The psychological impact of this gradual loss of independence can be more devastating than actual physical health problems. The process typically begins with small concessions that seem temporary or minor. Maybe you stop driving at night because your vision isn't as sharp as it used to be. Then you stop driving in bad weather, then on busy highways, and eventually, you stop driving altogether. Maybe you start asking neighbors to help with heavy grocery bags, then you need help with all your shopping, and then you need help with meal preparation. Each step seems reasonable and temporary, but collectively, they represent a fundamental change in how you live your daily life and how much control you have over your own decisions. Many seniors report feeling like they're becoming a burden on their families, even when family members are happy to help. This feeling of being a burden can lead to depression, social withdrawal, and reluctance to ask for help, even when it's genuinely needed. Some seniors become so focused on maintaining independence that they make dangerous choices, like continuing to drive when it's no longer safe or refusing assistance with tasks that put them at risk for falls or injuries. The practical approach is to plan your independence transition gradually and intentionally, rather than having it forced upon you by a crisis. Start accepting help with small, non-essential tasks, reshaping tasks now, even while you can still do them yourself. This helps you get comfortable with receiving assistance and helps your family understand your preferences and boundaries. Research home care options, meal delivery services, and transportation alternatives in your community before you need them urgently. Vivian, an 84-year-old retired librarian, hired a part-time helper for grocery shopping and heavy house cleaning 2 years ago, but she maintained complete control over her daily schedule, social activities, and personal decisions. She says this balance allows her to feel independent and in control while getting the practical support she needs to stay safe and healthy. Begin planning your independence transition today, because maintaining dignity and choice requires preparation, not just hope. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, Please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Reality 5. Your family dynamics will change in unexpected ways. As you approach or surpass the age of 80, are you truly prepared for the seismic shifts that will reshape your relationships with adult children, grandchildren, and extended family members? This facet of aging often catches families entirely unprepared, leading to emotional strain, misunderstandings, and fractured connections at a time when familial support becomes paramount for your well-being. Family therapists who specialize in geriatric dynamics report that over 60% of families experience significant relational upheaval when a loved one reaches this milestone age, underscoring the prevalence and intensity of these changes. One of the most jarring transitions is the role reversal that frequently occurs between you and your adult children. For decades, you've likely been the family's anchor, the decision-maker who guided your children through life's challenges. Now, your adult children may find themselves stepping into a caregiving or decision-making role, grappling with the responsibility of making choices on your behalf. This shift can be deeply unsettling for both parties. Your children may struggle with the emotional weight of seeing you as vulnerable, while you may feel your autonomy slipping away. These changes are not the result of anyone's shortcomings, but are an inevitable part of aging that demands acknowledgement and proactive management to avoid emotional fallout. For instance, some adult children may become overly protective, driven by genuine concern for your safety. They might insist on making decisions, such as limiting your driving, discouraging certain hobbies, or even suggesting a move to assisted living, without fully consulting you or respecting your preferences. This can lead to feelings of infantilization or frustration, as you may still feel capable of engaging in activities that bring you joy and purpose. Conversely, other adult children may be in denial about your changing needs, failing to offer support when you require assistance with daily tasks or medical decisions. This discrepancy can create a tug-of-war dynamic, where one child believes you need significant help while another insists you're perfectly fine, leading to family conflicts that add unnecessary stress to your life. These relational shifts can spiral into deeper issues if not addressed. Unspoken assumptions or mismatched expectations can breed guilt, resentment, or emotional distance, eroding the very connections that are vital for your emotional and physical health. For example, disagreements among siblings about your care needs, whether you should live independently, require in-home assistance, or move to a care facility, can escalate into heated arguments, leaving you caught in the crossfire. Without open communication, these tensions can weaken family bonds at a time when you need unity and support the most. The antidote to these challenges lies in fostering proactive, transparent, and regular family communication. Schedule recurring family meetings, whether monthly in-person gatherings, video calls, or phone conversations, where everyone can voice their concerns, share updates, and align on plans for the future. These discussions should include not only practical matters, such as healthcare or living arrangements, but also emotional check-ins to ensure everyone feels heard. Be unequivocal about your wishes, values, and preferences while you're still able to articulate them clearly. Documenting these preferences in writing, such as through advance directives or a living will, can further clarify your intentions and reduce ambiguity. Consider the example of Gerald, an 82-year-old retired mechanic who hosts monthly family dinners to discuss his aging journey openly. During these gatherings, Gerald and his family address everything from his health concerns to his desire to remain in his home. His son, David, notes that these candid conversations have eliminated guesswork, allowing the family to honor Gerald's wishes while addressing practical needs. This approach has not only strengthened their bond but also prevented the misunderstandings that plague many families. To emulate Gerald's success, initiate a family conversation this week to preemptively address these evolving dynamics. By setting the stage for honest dialogue, you can transform potential sources of conflict into opportunities for deeper connection and mutual support. Reality 6. Mental sharpness requires daily effort to maintain. After turning 80, maintaining cognitive clarity and mental agility is not a passive process. It requires the same disciplined, daily commitment as physical exercise does for preserving muscle strength and mobility. Many older adults are blindsided by subtle changes in memory, focus, or decision-making, mistakenly assuming these are inevitable hallmarks of aging. However, neurologists and geriatric psychiatrists at esteemed institutions like Johns Hopkins emphasize that significant cognitive decline is not a foregone conclusion. With deliberate effort and targeted practices, you can sustain and even enhance your mental acuity well into your 80s and beyond. The brain thrives on stimulation, much like muscles respond to exercise. Without regular challenges, neural pathways can weaken, leading to difficulties with memory, problem-solving, or processing new information. Research demonstrates that many cognitive changes attributed to normal aging are, in fact, preventable or mitigable through consistent mental engagement, social interaction, and lifestyle choices that prioritize brain health. For example, activities that challenge your brain, such as learning a new skill, engaging in complex problem-solving, or participating in meaningful conversations, can stimulate neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections and adapt over time. The stakes of neglecting cognitive health are high. Beyond occasional forgetfulness, unchecked cognitive decline can impair your ability to make critical decisions about your healthcare, finances, or living arrangements. It can increase your vulnerability to scams or financial exploitation, as diminished mental clarity may make it harder to spot red flags. Moreover, cognitive challenges can erode your sense of independence, potentially necessitating supervised care or family intervention sooner than necessary. Perhaps most poignantly, cognitive decline can undermine your sense of self, leading to feelings of frustration, depression, or social isolation that diminish your quality of life. To safeguard your mental sharpness, establish a daily mental fitness routine as non-negotiable as your physical health practices. This routine should include activities that push your cognitive boundaries. For example, read challenging material, such as academic articles, philosophical texts, or in-depth nonfiction, that demands focus and critical thinking, rather than sticking to familiar or light content. Engage in dynamic conversations with diverse individuals, including younger generations or people with different backgrounds, to expose yourself to new ideas and perspectives. Learning a new skill, such as mastering a musical instrument, navigating digital technology, or studying a foreign language, can further stimulate your brain and foster new neural pathways. Take inspiration from Phyllis, an 85-year-old former teacher who has made mental fitness a cornerstone of her daily life. Each morning, Phyllis dedicates 45 minutes to tackling complex crossword puzzles, which challenge her vocabulary and problem-solving skills. She also reads a non-fiction book every 2 weeks, delving into topics like history or science to broaden her knowledge. Additionally, she volunteers as a literacy tutor for adult learners, a role that keeps her mentally engaged while providing a sense of purpose and community contribution. Phyllis's commitment to these practices has allowed her to maintain her cognitive independence and emotional well-being. Begin your mental fitness routine tomorrow, prioritizing consistency over intensity. Even small, daily efforts, such as solving a puzzle, reading a challenging article, or engaging in a thought-provoking discussion, can yield significant long-term benefits. By treating your brain as a muscle that requires regular exercise, you can preserve your cognitive independence and continue to thrive intellectually throughout your later years. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 5 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Reality 7. You must advocate for yourself more fiercely than ever. After age 80, you may encounter a sobering reality. Some individuals, whether healthcare providers, service professionals, or even well-meaning family members, may treat you as less capable, less relevant, or less deserving of respect. This harsh truth, though not universal, is common enough that you must equip yourself with robust self-advocacy skills to ensure your voice is heard, your preferences are respected, and your dignity remains intact. Ageism, whether subtle or overt, can manifest in dismissive attitudes, rushed interactions, or assumptions about your abilities, making it critical to assert your agency in every sphere of life. In medical settings, research from the Mayo Clinic reveals that seniors over 80 often receive suboptimal care compared to younger patients. Healthcare providers may spend less time addressing your concerns, attribute symptoms to normal aging without thorough investigation, or fail to explain treatment options in detail. For example, a doctor might dismiss your complaints of fatigue as an inevitable part of aging, overlooking treatable conditions like thyroid issues or medication side effects. Outside of healthcare, service providers, such as bank tellers, customer service representatives, or even retail staff, may direct their attention to your adult children or companions, assuming you're unable to understand or make decisions independently. Family dynamics can further complicate this reality. Adult children, motivated by love and concern, may inadvertently override your preferences, making decisions about your living arrangements, daily activities, or medical care without fully consulting you. For instance, they might push for you to move into a care facility, believing it's safer, even if you value the independence of living at home. These well-intentioned actions can erode your autonomy, leaving you feeling sidelined in decisions that profoundly affect your quality of life. Failing to advocate for yourself can have far-reaching consequences. In medical contexts, it may result in inadequate treatment or missed diagnoses. In personal settings, it can lead to a loss of control over your finances, living situation, or daily routines. Most critically, it can undermine your sense of dignity and self-worth, fostering feelings of helplessness or frustration. To counter these challenges, develop assertive aging skills, a term coined by psychologists and patient advocates to describe the proactive strategy seniors can use to maintain control and respect. Start by preparing thoroughly for medical appointments. Create a written list of questions and concerns, and insist on clear, comprehensive answers before leaving. If needed, bring a trusted advocate, such as a family member or friend, to support you, but clarify that their role is to amplify your voice, not replace it. In non-medical settings, practice assertive communication. Politely but firmly correct assumptions about your abilities, redirect conversations to yourself when others speak on your behalf, and articulate your needs with confidence. For example, if a service provider addresses your child instead of you, calmly interject, "I'd like to handle this myself, thank you." Consider the case of Margaret, an 83-year-old retiree who faced dismissive treatment from her primary care physician. By preparing detailed questions and bringing a notebook to her appointments, she ensured her concerns were addressed and secured a referral to a specialist for a previously overlooked condition. Margaret's proactive approach not only improved her health outcomes but also reinforced her sense of agency. Similarly, in family discussions, clearly articulate your values and boundaries, whether you desire to remain in your home or your willingness to accept certain risks for the sake of independence. By cultivating these assertive aging skills, you can navigate ageism and maintain control over your life's decisions. Start today by identifying one area, whether a medical appointment, a family discussion, or an interaction with a service provider, where you can practice advocating for yourself. Your dignity, autonomy, and quality of life depend on your ability to assert your voice with clarity and confidence. We've just uncovered the 7 critical realities of aging after 80, from the emotional toll of shrinking social connections to the necessity of fierce self-advocacy, and the practical steps you can take to navigate these challenges with confidence and grace. What have you learned so far that opened your eyes or reshaped your approach to aging? Please share one key takeaway from this video and how you plan to apply it in your life by commenting below. Your thoughts could inspire others to prepare more effectively for their future. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insights to help you thrive at any stage of life.